I didn't throw my phone in a lake or go live in the woods, but I did quit screens for 7 days. No social media, no YouTube, no mindless scrolling. I turned my smartphone into a dumb phone. I only use my computer for work, and I use this app called Aro to track my screen free time. I didn't know what to expect, and at first it felt weird, almost unsettling. But after a week, everything changed. Now, this wasn't just a random challenge. It actually started at church. I was watching a sermon at Crossroads, and they started talking about the power of a digital fast. Then it hit me. I've been living with this low grade noise in my life, always reaching for my phone, always checking that notification, mindless scrolling at night before I go to bed. I wanted focus, I wanted clarity. So for the 40 days of Lent, I committed to a digital fast. But I knew if I didn't start strong, I would slide back into old habits. That's why I created this 7-day challenge, to turn down the noise and see what happened. It hit me way sooner than I expected. I reached for my phone, scrolled through my apps, and clicked where Facebook usually was, and it was gone. That's when I realized how automatic it had become. I wasn't choosing to scroll social media. I was just doing it without thinking. I ended up using an app called Aro, A-R-O, to help me stay intentional. You basically open up your app, the Aro app, and it gamifies not using your phone. When you open up the app, you start a session, set your phone face down on a desk, and next time you pick it up, it gives you a score, like a time of how long you didn't use your phone. At the end of the day, you can actually look and see how you did. Now here's where things get interesting. I thought I would get bored or anxious or lost. I mean, we're all just so used to turning to our phones when we have some time to kill. But here's the thing, I actually felt more relaxed. It's like someone had turned down this low-grade white static that was in my ear all the time. I didn't even know it was there. The biggest surprise actually came at the end of my day. Usually I'm counting down the minutes until I can mindlessly scroll on Facebook or do Netflix or play a video game, something like that. I was actually looking forward to reading. I was able to finish several books that I've been putting off for a while and learned so many cool things. And while I was reading, I felt focused, I felt clear, I felt present. That moment really stuck with me. Now that clarity, it didn't just show up during my downtime. I felt it all day, especially while I was working. I wasn't bouncing between tasks or reaching for my phone as a distraction. I had more energy, more focus, and more flow. And weirdly enough, I didn't feel like I needed my usual afternoon cup of coffee to get through the day. It's like I was running on something cleaner, not dopamine hits, but momentum. Another unexpected shift, my sleep. Without a screen in my face all night, I found myself ready to go to bed earlier, sometimes by a couple hours. And I wasn't dragging myself to sleep anymore. I was looking forward to it. And I didn't even realize how much my late nights were mindless scrolling or one more episode until it was gone. And here's where it's all connected. This part literally blew my mind. I'm currently training for a marathon, and this week I saw a legit improvement in my running performance. I didn't just change my training plan, my sleep improved. I usually run in zone 2, keeping my heart rate below 150 beats per minute. Last week I did my 6-mile run with a pace somewhere between 9:30 and 10:15. It varied depending on how tired I was. But this week I ran the same 6-mile loop in a 9-minute and 12-second pace, all staying in zone 2. I showed up to my runs with more energy, more focus, and a body that was actually recovered. This challenge, it didn't just change my relationship with screens, it changed how I think about time, energy, and focus. I really learned that rest doesn't come from escape. Rest comes from intention. I also realized that energy is something you have to protect. And I had been leaking mine all day through these low-grade distractions. The most surprising part, I didn't miss the things I thought I would. I didn't miss the scrolling. I didn't miss the videos. And now I can see just how much of my life I've been giving away to things that don't even matter. Honestly, I think everyone with a smartphone needs to do this periodically, at least once per quarter. It should be a requirement to own one of these things. Now, moving forward, I'm not trying to give up screens entirely. Our world just isn't built for that. But I am going to take greater ownership into what I allow on my phone, and I'm going to try to intentionally use the RO app to stay more plugged into my work, my family time, my devotions, basically as like a boundary, almost putting my phone in timeout several times throughout the day. Now, if you made it this far, first of all, thank you. This challenge honestly changed a lot for me, and I hope it sparks something for you too. I've got more videos coming just like this where I challenge myself, try new things, try to teach something cool in the process, and I hope you're along for the ride. If that's something you want more of, hit subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride. Also launching soon is Run to Transform, my course where I teach you how to use Zone 2 cardio to transform your health. And if you want to go deeper, check out my site, Beau. It's where I'm building some tools to help people take back their health and take back their lives.